Spiritual Manthan.
Imagine hitting a wall so hard that it makes you question everything: your beliefs, your purpose, and even your connection with something greater than yourself. This isn't a physical barrier, but an emotional and spiritual one, made of doubt, fear, and a profound sense of emptiness. Welcome to the dark night of the soul, a transformative journey that might feel like a storm with thunder, so loud it drowns out all clarity. In this video, we'll explore the profound signs that indicate you're going through this challenging but enlightening experience. 1. Overwhelming feelings of lostness. The journey through the dark night of the soul often begins with overwhelming feelings of being lost, powerless, and hopeless. It's like standing at the crossroads of your life, surrounded by uncertainty and ambiguity. Your dreams, once vivid and attainable, now seem distant, shrouded in a fog of doubt. It's a moment when the universe throws you a curveball, a challenge you didn't see coming, one that makes you stumble and question everything you thought you knew. In this state of emotional turbulence, you might feel as if you're trapped in a web of circumstances you can't fix and people you can't change. Each day becomes a struggle to find the strength to swim against the tide of challenges. The exhaustion isn't just physical, it penetrates your emotional and spiritual core. It's in these moments of deep struggle that a paradox emerges. The more you grapple with the external chaos, the more aware you become of your internal world. You begin to see your feelings, actions, and the underlying beliefs that have been driving them. It's like waking up for the first time and realizing that you've been walking through life half asleep. The awareness dawns upon you: the more you know, the more you don't know, the more you find, the more you feel lost. It's a paradox that signifies a profound transformation. But here's the crucial insight: this isn't a setback. It's a setup for a grand comeback. The challenges you face in the dark night of the soul are not a punishment, but a process of shedding the old to make room for the new. Like a snake shedding its skin or a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, you're undergoing a transformation. The pain you feel is purposeful, a divine pruning that cuts away what you no longer need to make room for new growth. Amid the chaos, a heightened awareness emerges. You become acutely attuned to your own feelings, actions, and the deep-seated beliefs that have been driving them. It's a self-discovery journey, an acknowledgement that you've been walking through life with your eyes half closed. The dark night is a paradoxical phase. It may make you feel more lost, but in reality, you're on the verge of a breakthrough, not a breakdown. As you navigate this period, be patient, be courageous, and most importantly, be open. Your dark night will pass, but the wisdom and strength gained will last a lifetime. The process may be painful, but it's a necessary part of your journey toward a more authentic and resilient version of yourself. 2. Drastic change in interests and company. Picture a favorite old song that used to fill your soul with life, a melody that resonated with the very core of your being. Now, imagine playing it and realizing that it no longer stirs your emotions in the same way. The rhythm is the same, the lyrics unchanged, but you have evolved. This shift isn't limited to music. It extends across activities you once loved and even to friends you couldn't imagine life without. Suddenly, those things and people seem out of tune with the person you are becoming. It's like being an instrument in need of a new song, a different kind of music that aligns with your evolving soul. In this phase, you may discover a different kind of joy, reading profound literature, meditating, or watching documentaries that challenge your worldview. It's a subtler joy, more resonant and aligned with the person you are becoming. It might not be exuberant, but it carries a profound sense of peace and meaningfulness. The settings change and the social circle shifts. In this space, you discover something crucial: your own evolving self. The challenge lies in realizing that it's okay to outgrow certain activities and people. You are not betraying your past, you are honoring your future. In this transformative journey, give yourself permission to grow, change, and, most importantly, become more authentically you than ever before. The tendency to hold on to the past is human. It feels familiar and safe. However, clinging to what used to bring you joy can become a prison when you are growing and changing. It's crucial to realize that this evolution is not a rejection of the past, but a natural progression toward a more authentic future. The dark night is a period of shedding the old to make room for the new, and that includes letting go of activities and relationships that no longer serve your evolving self. In the midst of this transformation, celebrate the disorientation. It signifies that you're on the cusp of understanding something extraordinary, that you're not a human doing, but a human being. Your value doesn't lie in your ability to cling to the familiar, but in your capacity to embrace growth, change, and the becoming of a truer version of yourself. 3. A shift in your definition of success. You've reached that pivotal milestone, the internship, the culmination of years of dedication and hard work. Yet, as you stand on this supposed peak of accomplishment, a disconcerting emptiness settles in. It's akin to standing at the top of a mountain, only to find the view obscured by fog. This moment, ironically, becomes the catalyst for something deeply transformative, the dark night of the soul. This unsettling experience prompts you to question how something you worked so hard for could leave you feeling so hollow. You've been chasing a dream, perhaps one set by society or even your family, without pausing to ask yourself if this is what you truly desire. The dark night reveals the misalignment between your authentic self and the expectations placed upon you. Your concept of success, carefully crafted by societal norms and external expectations, crumbles. It needs a complete overhaul. Many of us go through life like actors on a stage, playing roles we never auditioned for, measuring our worth in grades, promotions, likes on social media, or the size of our paycheck. The dark night of the soul rips apart this script and challenges you to rewrite it, not based on what you've achieved, but on who you truly are. This pivotal moment is invaluable, despite the discomfort it brings, because it presents you with a life-altering truth. Your worth is not an equation where the variables are your accomplishments. You are inherently valuable simply because you exist, because you're here, living this human experience. This realization can be both unsettling and liberating, taking you off the performance treadmill and putting you on a path of meaningful existence. Life, in its wisdom, is telling you that you don't have to earn your worth. You are valuable by virtue of being. This is a watershed moment in your journey, a time to reevaluate what success genuinely means to you. Does it involve acquiring material possessions, or is it more about spiritual growth? Is it about climbing the corporate ladder, or is it about forming meaningful relationships? This is the moment where you decide what matters most to you, where you separate the wheat from the chaff in your life. Celebrate this disorienting yet transformative phase. It's a sign that you're on the brink of understanding something extraordinary, that you are not a human doing, but a human being. Your value is woven into your very being and doesn't need external validation. 4. The reawakening of your inner child. As you navigate through the dark night of the soul, a profound marker emerges: the reawakening of your inner child. Picture coming full circle, arriving back at the starting line, but with a new sense of purpose and understanding. In the midst of your life journey, as you become more conscious of your thoughts, emotions, and deeper wounds, a small voice within you grows louder and more persistent. This voice is not one of judgment or societal expectations. It's the voice of your inner child yearning to be acknowledged and heard. This reconnection is no coincidence. It's an integral part of your spiritual and emotional evolution. As you tune into your inner child, you're not merely listening, you're validating a part of you that might have felt neglected or buried under layers of adult responsibilities and societal norms. Listening to your inner child is like opening a time capsule filled with your most authentic desires, dreams, and vulnerabilities. The feelings and experiences that shaped you in your formative years haven't vanished. They've been waiting patiently for you to rediscover them. Your inner child holds the keys to understanding your deepest wounds, your most genuine emotions, and your core beliefs. This reconnection is a healing process. When you tune into your inner child, you're saying, "I see you, I hear you, and you matter." It's a form of self-love that is transformative, enriching your understanding of who you are at the most foundational level. The beauty of this reconnection lies in peeling back the layers to reveal the core of your being. It forces you to face uncomfortable truths, but also provides the incredible gift of meeting yourself anew. By conversing with your inner child, you're not just engaging in a nostalgic trip. You're engaging in an act of self-love that transcends time and space. But why is this reconnection essential? Because your inner child is the guardian of your authenticity. As adults, we often wander far from our authentic selves, lured by the siren songs of ambition, acceptance, and societal pressure. The further we stray, the more disoriented we become. Reconnecting with your inner child during the dark night offers a lifeline back to your true self. This paradoxical sense of freedom and authenticity arises from the reconnection with your inner child. You might wonder how you can feel free when going through one of the most challenging periods of your life. The paradox lies at the very heart of the dark night experience. Yes, you're confronted with immense obstacles, deep questions, and a dissection of your entire life as you've known it. Yet, within this upheaval, there lies a unique type of freedom, a freedom that gives you the fortitude to continue the journey, no matter how rugged the path. In this process, you start to understand deep in your core that this transformative journey is for your ultimate good. It's not just an intellectual knowing, it's a visceral, spiritual acknowledgement. It feels as if the universe is sculpting you, chiseling away the excess to reveal your most authentic self. You're not being punished, you're being purified, prepared for a life that is more aligned with your true essence than any previous chapter. This newfound freedom stems from a profound place of trust in the universe, in the process, and crucially, in yourself. For perhaps the first time, you're not second-guessing every decision or worrying incessantly about the outcomes. Instead, you're surrendering to the flow of life, assured that you're on the right path, even if it feels uncomfortably unfamiliar. This trust isn't naivety, it's faith rooted in the deepest parts of your being. The dark night of the soul isn't just a low point in your life, it's a spiritual detox, cleansing you of everything that is not aligned with your higher self. Although painful and confusing, this phase is an essential part of your journey towards spiritual awakening and a deeper understanding of yourself. Trust this process, and remember, you're not going through it alone or without purpose. Walk it with faith, for you are not alone. The universe is walking with you every step of the way. The dark night of the soul is not just a phase, it's a transformative journey that leads to a rebirth into a more authentic and resilient version of yourself. The dark night of the soul is not merely a phase of confusion and doubt. It is a profound and transformative journey. Recognizing the sign's overwhelming feelings of lostness, a drastic change in interests and company, a shift in your definition of success, the reawakening of your inner child, and a profound trust and freedom can guide you through this experience. Embrace the challenges, for they are setting the stage for your grand comeback, a rebirth into a more authentic and resilient version of yourself. Remember, you are not alone. The universe is walking with you every step of the way. Trust the process, have faith in yourself, and embrace the depths of your dark night, for it is in the darkness that the most profound transformations occur.